If it is or if it ain't, it's gonna come out.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is October the 29th, 2022, and today the topic is the hallowed and the humbled. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. Oh, I hope you guys had a good Friday. Mine was just fine. Mine was pretty chill, and then I went to work. Went to hang out with Mad Miraculous and Big Thinkers and Noreen, the Science Queen. Last night, the school was having, I guess, some type of Halloween celebration for their students, and Big Thinkers was there making slime, and yours truly, Madam Miraculous, I was there flying drones and tasting burps and what else was I doing? I can't remember now. But hopefully really soon you guys will see a sneak peek at that. I will be sharing some photos on social media so y'all can, follow me, Actress Miracle Sims, you know what I'm saying? And check that out. Keep up with your girl. But yeah, to God be the glory for all opportunities. Again, thankful for Big Thinkers inviting me and everything like that. It was a great time. Everything ran really smoothly for the most part. And yeah. To God be the glory. Um, Today we're supposed to be going to my husband's side of the family is having a family reunion. So we're supposed to be going to that today. And I guess we're going to be leaving out rather early. So I guess your girl won't be going to sleep. Going back to sleep after I do this. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this chat, y'all. The hallowed and the humbled. So, long story short, when I got up, I think I did wake up early, but I went back to sleep, and woke up at the sound of my alarm and listened to the prayer and meditation with the Soul Space app, and it had me reflecting on the Lord's Prayer. Now, it was like, oh, go into it like you've never heard it before, X, Y, and Z. And so I'm trying to clear my mind and pretend like I hadn't heard this before, X, Y, and Z. And long story short, the word hallowed really stood out to me this morning. And so I'm like, okay, I kept that in my back mind, in the back of my mind. And eventually once it finished, it just stayed on my mind, the word hallowed. And so I did look up the definition, and it pretty much says, let me see here. Hallowed says, made holy, consecrated, greatly revealed, no, greatly revered and honored. So, yeah, and it was talking about how, basically God has written his name on us, therefore, we are his, X, Y, and Z. That's what it was saying about the word hallowed when I listened to the prayer meditation this morning. But my mind was more so focused on the definition. So I'm like, okay, cool. Made holy. Of course, this verse is saying holy is, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed will be thy name, So it's saying holy will be thy name. But, I just, felt like going deeper. So I went deeper and started looking up verses centered around the word hallowed. And y'all, I came across this right here and got humbled. I don't think anybody reading this would get humbled, I would think, but who knows? Here's the verse I came across. It's Ecclesiastes 5 and 2. It says, "Be not rash with your mouth, nor let your heart be hasty to utter a word before God. For God is in heaven and you are on earth. Therefore, let your words be few." Woo! I don't know what y'all get today, but I was like, ooh, okay. Oh, that was pretty good right there. That was pretty good. Definitely a humbling verse to think about. And so I decided to go deeper, and I read the entire Ecclesiastes 5, and I suggest that you all do that as well if you would like. But because there were some more good verses in there. Look, stay humble. Recognize your position, human. I was like, let me see what's going on in that section. That section, that verse right there was, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, after just reflecting on that verse and then reflecting on the verses surrounding it, yeah, eventually this topic came into my heart and mind, the hallowed and the humbled, and I was like, okay, Lord, I hear you. Okay, sounds good to me. And so as I started writing down the verses and everything like that, I then came across Philippians 2, 5 through 8, possibly, even though it looked like I wrote 8 through 8, but I'm going to say 5 through 8. It says, "Have this mind among yourselves, which is yours in Christ Jesus. For though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men, and being formed in human, no, excuse me, being found in human form, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death on a cross." So even Jesus, right, who was God in the flesh, right, did not see himself as equal to God. And that is very humbling as well. That is very telling about not only the nature of Christ and the mind of Christ and everything like that, because we know that's on a whole nother level. But just also because we are so opposite. Like when I make observations about humans, right, we are just so, I've been saying this a lot lately. I feel like this year I've been saying a lot, brazen. Like we're so brazen with our responses. We're so brazen with the way that we react to God and the things that we say and all of that. And it's like, we should be grateful that God just, like I said, that God is not like man, right? He is so patient with us, so long suffering, all those different things where if I guess I'll just talk about me, from my perspective, obviously, because I can only pretty much really get that, even though I made observations, and I feel like a lot of us will be like this, but let's just talk about me for a moment. Even with all my grace and mercy that I can give to people, X, Y, and Z, I'm just trying to imagine myself if I was the Lord God, and I just keep having people disrespect me, at some point, I probably would either be done or I would probably leave them alone, or I would probably, go ahead and just, not say show my power, but like, okay, maybe I'm not a good example because I'm not as long suffering as Christ, but I'm probably a little bit long suffering, just a little bit. I pretty much take a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't take, but most humans, let's just say this, most humans would definitely not take on this, right? And so, or respond the way God does, because we are already, again, we're so brazen with our responses, the way we're like, well, God, why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And when you gonna do this? And when you gonna do that? It's like, Oh my goodness. Like, and then some are so bold to be like, I am God. Really? Huh? What God-like attributes do you have? What have you done to be qualified at all to be God-like? To be God-like, not even God, to be God-like. I'm just asking the question though today. Um, oh goodness. Even Jesus himself, who was God, didn't even see himself as equal. And here we are, ain't did no miracles, ain't healed nobody, ain't we ain't even washed nobody's feet. But we God. Come on, man. I'm sorry. This is funny to me this morning. Um, if anybody could tell, I mean, and not, and I mean, talking about magicians and all these people that are doing like little stuff. I'm saying if you done really did some miracles out here, you know what I'm saying? You done really healed some people, you know. But even that is not even, and see, that's the humbling thing about this whole, I guess, life experience, or even what I'm receiving when I listen to financial fitness and all these different things, to really just, and even in studying, you see that, like, man, everything belongs to the Lord. Each and every breath belongs to the Lord. It's like, I guess when you really get that in your heart and mind, then it really is a humbling thing. It shows who is hallowed, right? And who needs to be humbled, right? That verse, man, that got me to this was just, I ain't gonna say it was too much, but it was good. Like, man, this thing say, I'm gonna just read it again. Be not rash with your mouth, nor let your heart be hasty to utter a word before God, for God is in heaven and you are on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. I'm gonna let that be the juice today, y'all. I'm gonna let that be the juice, because I ain't got nothing else to say to that. I mean, look, the humbled and the hallowed, or excuse me, the hallowed and the humbled. Mm, 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 mm. Well, I hope that this serves as a good reminder, which one you are and which one you should be on today, and what God, who God is and who we, yeah, not say should be. Well, yeah, and who he should be to you. Cause yeah, that's the truth, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say unless I'm gonna be on here cracking jokes. So let me go ahead to the Bible verse of today, and that's Romans 1:17. It says, "For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Everyone is stuck at home, but life is still happening around us every day. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and celebrations. Send your friends and family the gift of wine from the comforts of home. Wine shop at home with Miracle of Wine. Wine, gift baskets, wine accessories, and more at miracleofwine.com.